Here we are back again with the Ibanez GRG131DX. Just got this about a week ago. I got it in one day and took it out the next night and played a jive with it. And it stayed in tune very well. Had a nice big sound. It was hard for me to play because it comes stock with 10s, I think. It's a long neck, and my fingers are not as strong as they used to be, and I have a skin problem. That's why I've got this thing on this finger, and it's broken out right now, and so that protects it a little bit. So, but this guitar had a problem with a terrible back bow, which means normally a neck is straight, or you want it to be straight. A back bow means it's up like that. What happens is the strings are too close, and when I got this guitar out of the box, tuned it up to standard pitch, my E string, high E, instead of sounding like that, clear like that, it sounded more like this. I'll just pull it off. So I had to raise up the bridge saddles, and it came with a wrench that did that. And I've got it raised about as high as it'll go on all strings, to try to compensate for the buzzing. So I worked in music stores most of my life, so I know how to adjust a neck as far as the traditional truss ride adjustment, and they did send a truss ride wrench with it too, and of course I had a lot of those. So I wanted to take the plate off, the truss ride plate up here, and I couldn't get but one screw off. They must have stuck those screws in with a power screwdriver, and the heads on these screws, I got two screws still in there. I can't get them out. And I had to rip the truss ride plate off. So I put just a sticker up there to try to compensate getting dust down in the well. But once I had the plate off, I did turn the truss rod adjustment to loosen it. With a back bow, you turn it counterclockwise. It doesn't respond too well that way, but turned it about half of a turn, and in the last couple of days it's gotten a little bit better, so it's reasonable now. Plus another thing I did, because they're stocked with 10s, I think they felt too heavy for me, and I put 9 gauge strings on it, and so that takes the tension more off the neck, and then the overbow is going to get worse. But like I said, I've raised these bridge saddles up as high as they'll go pretty much, and it's reasonable now. And I'm using a thin pick. Now, I've just been using a big stubby 3.0, which is like a big rock. If I use that 3.0 pick on this guitar, it'd be total buzz. But with a thin pick, which is about, I think these are about 45, 46.45, you can honk down and get a reasonable sound. With the overbow on this one, it's much worse down here. I'm going to take the volume off for a second. Like, you can hear that. But with the volume on it, it's not so noticeable. And there's a lot about this guitar I like. I mean, I'm hoping with the 9s I would keep it in tune like I did with the 10s. On my job, I play anything from a few jazz standards at the beginning, and then we go into rock and country and all that kind of stuff. So this guitar is very versatile, and like I explained on another video, to get a jazz tone out of a lot of the solid bodies like this, if you play up around the front pickup or on the neck, you're going to get a nicer tone. And you can also back off on the tone control. You don't want to do it so much that you get it muddy, like, that's very muddy. See, for jazz, I'll just find the right level. So I was going to play a little G blues. I'm going to call it the back bow thin pick blues, kind of a Sunny Stitt sort of a bop blues, and I'll try to do some of the different things to accentuate the strings on here to see if you can hear a buzz. Hopefully you won't.